There is within you a force more powerful than the chaos around you, a strength not given by the world and therefore not taken by it, a flame that has never been extinguished, though winds have tried, though rains have fallen and darkness pressed in. It still burns, sometimes faint, but never gone. This flame is your essence, the divine seed within, what Plato called the immortal soul, what Heraclitus called the logos, what Epictetus called your will, and what Socrates spent his life uncovering, not in temples or scrolls, but in the human heart. You are not merely a being of flesh and thought, you are a creature of purpose. You are not designed to live in confusion or fear, but to seek the good, to become wise, to live justly, and to love what is noble. Every breath you take is a call to return to your true self, to the soul behind the voice, the conscience behind the ambition, the light behind the mind. And yet, how easy it is to forget, to be distracted by the noise, by the applause or the rejection, by the expectations of a world that sells imitation rather than essence, that rewards appearance rather than truth, that fears silence, because in silence we might hear our calling. You must become still. You must learn again to listen, not just with the ears, but with the soul, the way the ancients did, under olive trees, in quiet rooms, by the sea, in moments where the wind itself felt like a whisper from eternity. For in silence, you will find what the loud world hides. You will find yourself. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living," and these are not harsh words. They are a loving plea, a wake-up call, a gentle fire that burns away the sleep of routine. He does not judge. He invites. He urges us to look within, to ask, not how many tasks we've completed, but what kind of people we've become while completing them. To ask, not what we have earned, but who we have helped, not how far we've gone, but whether we've moved closer to what is true. Examine yourself, not with shame, but with honesty, with compassion, with the courage to see both the gold and the clay, the noble and the fractured. And in doing so, you will begin the process of becoming whole. You are not broken, you are becoming. Every scar is a verse in your poem. Every wound is an invitation to strengthen your virtue. Every fall is a lesson, and every rise is a triumph of the soul. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that if the work is yours to do, then you must not delay. You must not wait for the world to give permission, for the perfect conditions, for the ideal support. Do the work now. Be the person now. Act in accordance with nature, with justice, with reason, with humility. Do not let the fire fade while you argue about whether it should burn. There are those who build walls around their hearts, fearing pain, but they also block out love. There are those who avoid hardship, seeking comfort, but they also avoid growth. There are those who chase approval, but lose themselves in the pursuit. You must choose differently. You must choose the path of the philosopher, the warrior of light, the builder of character, the one who dares to suffer for what is right, to speak the truth, to live with harmony between thought and action. You will be misunderstood. You will be mocked. You may be lonely, but you will be free. And that is a sacred thing. What is freedom? It is not the power to do whatever you wish, but the power to do what is right, regardless of the cost. It is the mastery of your mind, the stillness in your judgments, the clarity of your choices. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." So begin today to master your thoughts, to question your assumptions, to speak to your desires as a father speaks to a restless child, with firmness, with patience, with wisdom. You are not the passing storm in your mind. You are the sky that holds it. You are not the wave of emotion. You are the ocean that contains it. You are not the fear. You are the courage rising to meet it. Let the world see in you not a perfect being, but a becoming being. Let them see someone who rises again and again, who reflects, who adapts, who apologizes, who forgives, who loves without chains, and speaks without masks. For the world does not need more noise. It needs more wisdom. It needs souls like yours, awake alive, unafraid to walk the path of virtue. Build your life as the Greeks built temples, with attention to every detail, with reverence for beauty, with devotion to purpose. Let your words be carved with care. Let your actions be rooted in meaning. Let your silence speak as deeply as your speech, and let your presence uplift even those who do not understand your journey. There is no end to this becoming. There is only depth, only refinement, only greater harmony between what you are and what you are called to be. You are already on the path. The choice now is whether to walk it with intention, with courage, with your eyes on the eternal. This is your invitation. This is your calling. Answer, not with hesitation, but with the quiet fire of a soul awakened. What is this force that rises in you every morning? What is this stirring that compels you forward, that urges you to stand once more in the face of resistance and strain? It is not simply habit, nor is it mere duty. It is your soul remembering its calling, the sacred voice within whispering that you were made not to settle, but to ascend like the sun, like the seed, like the hero, like the philosopher who hungers for truth. You were made for growth. You were created for upward motion, for inward illumination, for ever-widening circles of clarity and power and love. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living," and in those words lies the entire architecture of progress. For to examine is to change, to look deeply, is to move forward, to confront, is to transform. Growth is not luxury. It is not even choice. It is necessity. It is the consequence of being alive. To be still in your soul is to perish slowly. To resist learning is to dissolve in stagnation. But to open yourself to experience, to reflect on what you feel and know and strive to understand, it is to become greater than you were. And that is the highest form of worship, the most authentic way to honor the life given to you. Heraclitus taught us that everything flows, nothing stands still. The river is not the same when you step into it twice, and neither are you. What you were yesterday is not what you are now, and what you are now is not what you will be if you allow the river to carry you, if you trust in the motion and do not cling to the shore of false certainty. You will become like the waters, deep and free and powerful. You will carve through the stone of limitation and shape the world through persistence alone. Yet how often we fear this flow. How often we prefer comfort to transformation. How often we seek rest in the arms of familiar misery rather than stand in the light of unknown growth. This fear is natural, but it is not your master. It is a signpost, not a command. It is the voice of yesterday, trying to pull you back into its patterns. But you are not beholden to the past. You are not chained to your old self. You are the architect of your own unfolding. You are the craftsman of your destiny, the potter and the clay. And in your hands lies the sacred right to shape what you are becoming. Plato reminds us that the soul takes flight when it gazes upon truth and beauty and justice. This is not poetic. It is a spiritual principle. When you align your life with these eternal values, you are lifted by invisible wings. Your progress is not only external, it is internal. It is luminous. The man who seeks justice grows in strength. The woman who honors beauty grows in compassion. The child who loves truth grows into wisdom. This is the fire of eternal progress, the law of ascent etched in the heavens, and in your heart. Do not fear failure, for failure is the sharpening stone of greatness. Do not fear hardship, for hardship is the anvil where virtue is forged. Do not fear the unknown, for it is the birthplace of insight and liberation. The only true failure is to retreat from the path. The only real defeat is to stop growing, to stop asking, to stop seeking. For even the stumble forward is nobler than the stillness of denial. Even the wound of effort is holier than the comfort of apathy. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. So build your habits around growth. Speak words that nourish. Move your body in strength. Treat your mind as sacred soil for ideas and virtues to grow. Surround yourself with those who elevate and challenge you, not those who merely agree with you. Invest your time, not in distraction, but in expansion, not in escape, but in elevation. And when you fall, as all will fall, rise with gratitude for the lesson and begin again. Each fall is a sacred return. Each collapse, a chance to reforge your resolve. Like the seasons, you are cyclical. You are made to renew and emerge stronger than before. Do not look to the horizon and despair at the distance. Look to your own feet and honor the step before you. For it is this step, this sacred moment of will and courage, that becomes the bridge to eternity. Greatness is not one giant leap, but 1,000 sacred steps taken in devotion to the soul's becoming. Let your pain teach you. Let your joy lift you. Let your failures shape you, and let your vision guide you. And above all, let your soul speak louder than your fear. You are not here to remain unchanged. You are here to grow into the full expression of the divine gift within you, to awaken the philosopher, to awaken the warrior, to awaken the lover of wisdom, within who seeks not fame, not power, not applause, but truth, virtue, freedom, and purpose. This is the fire of eternal progress, and it burns in you, always, even now, even here, even in silence. If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.